It's the results. Kill excuses. The morning drinking show. I'm your host, Greg. Getting back on this motherfucker once again. Getting back on here. I know y'all missing me. Missing hearing me talking all that shit. But we doing life, motherfuckers. We doing life. I hope you're doing life, and I hope life's not doing you in a way that you feel disempowered. You feel like you ain't got no choices. You don't got no control. You just like, why is all this happening to me? Why? Why? Why does all this shit that goes down go down? Right? Sometimes it gets crazy. I've been going through some crazy shit. That Shit's Creek, man. Anybody ever fucking paddled up Shit's Creek? Anybody? Anybody ever paddle up Shit's Creek? How's that feel? Right, I bet you some of y'all paddling up Schitt's Creek right now. Look at the little hummingbirds. I love them little hummingbirds, bluebirds, doves, eagles. You name it. We doing it over here at the ranch. We doing it, man. It's so fucking grateful, man. Just nothing but gratitude here. We burning the sage, we cleansing, we going inward, healing, right? Continuing to just what? Become better version of me, man. Better version, right? We go from there to here. And it's a beautiful thing. This game called life, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's so beautiful. If you have life today, I hope that you will take a minute or more to really appreciate how beautiful it is, right? To be grateful. What are you grateful for? Can we start days like that? Talking about gratitude versus talking about everything else that's going on that we got what? Zero control over. Can we just sit there and be grateful? Just like, what can I be grateful for? Right? Can you be grateful for life? Let's be grateful for life, right? If you are not in the hospital, right, or not ill, right, maybe be grateful for health, right, for vitality, right? If you um, have some resources at your disposal and you got a beautiful roof over your head and a hot shower, right? And a nice car that drives well and you can put gas in the engine, right? Maybe you're grateful for that. Maybe you could just be grateful for the fact that you got kids and they're doing well, right? And they're back in school. Maybe just be grateful for that. If you run a business, maybe you could be grateful for your customers, right? The people that pay you money for something that you offer them. That's beautiful too. But there's so much to be grateful for. And so this past weekend, I'm grateful for what? Service. Service to others. I talk often about volunteering. And I know a lot of you motherfuckers don't do it. You just don't do it, man. You just don't do it. But I was grateful this weekend that I was amongst a lot of motherfuckers that do the volunteering shit. And it's always an honor, a privilege. It's a privilege, right? But I think it's also a requirement, and most of y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna ever figure that shit out, right? You just can't give up that time, right? You got time to sit around, watch the tube. You got time to sit around and talk shit and fuck off, right? Snooze, whatever it is. But you ain't got time to like go in your community, right? Give of your precious resource called time, right? To help a nonprofit organization. You ain't got time for that, right? And then you wonder why so many things don't make sense, why so many things are a challenge for you when you can't even just give up something that you possess. We don't even possess this thing called time because time is irrelevant. But it's like to say that, hey, in this world, when so many people, it's always got to be about what? If I do something for you, what are you going to do for me? If I do something for you, what do you do for me? And when it comes to volunteering, it's not about that, right? You know, I gave up 2 days to teach a disaster chainsaw operator course with two other instructors, about, I don't know, 15 or so students. And no one was there getting paid. Nobody was there getting paid. And there was probably about another 12 other people, running chainsaws, learning proficiency, learning how to do this stuff, because we ain't just cutting firewood. This shit is dangerous as fuck when you're going into downrange, into a hurricane or a fire zone or tornado zone. It's not, it's dangerous. And so we like to train people on how to manage danger and how to mitigate risk and to do things that are very dangerous in a very safe fashion. And so, but it's a beautiful thing to be amongst a collective of people. We call ourselves a tribe. This is Team Rubicon I'm talking about. That people come together and they go and do things to help people on their very worst day. And it ain't about how much you get paid. I had a buddy that we're a bit estranged right now, but I had a friend that he used to do stuff like the lineman stuff, and it's super important, especially after these natural disasters. They send in linemen. You see, like we've all seen probably the picture after like a hurricane or a tornado. There's like lines of bucket trucks because they got to get the power reestablished. The grid usually goes down because of all the just destruction and havoc. They shut down the power grid, and then all the lines get twisted up. It's crazy how they even put this shit back. But he used to brag a lot because, man, when he would go do storm work, I mean, I'm making $500 an hour, because of how critical it is to get power back on. So he would kind of brag about going and doing storm work and doing disaster work, but it's like $500 an hour. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm going and doing that shit for free. And so both are necessary. And so it's not a criticism of one versus the other. But I can tell you that when you go and do something without that monetary exchange, you do it just truly just trying to give of yourself, right? It is like it is the most powerful, right, investment that you can really make in yourself. That's like the secret of volunteering that most of y'all, if you've never done it or you only done it once and don't really experience it on any kind of regular basis, there's like this secret reward you get when you go and volunteer, right? That it gives you something back, right? That money can't buy. That's the cool thing, right? Because you could go and do that work and you're out there making a difference and you leave with a big stack of cash. So there's your reward, right? But when you go and do this shit for free, right, it is fucking hard. Some of the hardest work I've ever done, physical manual labor, is downrange operating chainsaws, putting my life in danger, making sure everyone else's lives ain't in danger, and that everybody goes home safe, right? And you don't get paid nothing. And you're even sleeping in shitty conditions, right? Eating not the best of food, but yet you're doing it because it's from the heart. It's right here, man. This is heart stuff. This is doing shit from the heart. And so I'm so grateful that it's been a while. It's been a minute, like over a year, just over a year since the last time that I got with my team, right? My tribe, Team Rubicon, to go volunteer. And so it's a powerful thing to go and do that. And it's like, I'm grateful for my brother that kind of wrote me back in. He reached out to me a few weeks back and said, hey man, you wanna get in this? And it was hard to say no. I didn't have any reason to say no. And for the past year and a half, I've been saying no to a lot of opportunities to go out and make a difference. But those of you that have been watching this show, there's also seasons where we need to build and we need to work on ourselves and we need to improve and grow and expand. And I've been in that season. And I'm so grateful that now that I showed up, I'm showing up as a better version of myself. I'm showing up as a more authentic version of myself. Because I can tell you that in my history of volunteering, right? And I've been volunteering, I can remember pretty early, probably junior high, right? I can remember the first time I volunteered at like a soup kitchen, a homeless shelter, right? For like a Christmas or Thanksgiving, and then clearly doing military service in this day and age. That's a form of volunteering, right? And then even in the volunteering, I volunteered to do even more shit. And then so it's a part of who I am. But I can tell you that there have been times throughout my time of volunteering where I've done it in ways where I've used volunteering as a means of avoiding shit that I need to deal with in my life. Right? Catch me on this. There's been times where I'm like, oh shit, I want to go and, rescue people and save the world, right? Or at least someone's world that's been hit by a natural disaster. And it's like my own world, right, is being hit by either a spiritual disaster, a psychological disaster, right? Just disorganization and pandemonia in my own little world, right? And yet I'm like quick to say, you know what, fuck this shit. I don't want to deal with this. So I'm using it to avoid. I'm gonna go volunteer. I'm gonna go like feel better about myself, helping people. And this takes a lot of maturity and growth to be able to see the contrast in that, knowing that there were times, not all the time, but there were certainly times that I was like, oh shit, there's a chance to get the fuck out of town. Let me go. Let me run away from my problems. Let me go help somebody else. And guess what? As soon as I came back, the problems didn't just take care of themselves. I still had to take care of the problems. And sometimes the problems were even worse because in my absence, nothing happened, right? And so it's so important for us to really start to fucking figure life out and to really start to say, not just figure life out, but to really prioritize life, right? And I'm grateful for today's message about this. I don't even know what the hell. What does that say? Look at that. My big old thumb. Live. We're going to put it right. Live free or die, right? That's a powerful message right there. And it's so powerful that the other day, there's been a few things popping up in my life recently. And I'm in this transitional period of freedom. Man, I wake up this morning and I feel so much freedom. And I bet you if I asked you right now, what does freedom even mean to you? Everybody's going to have a different answer. What does freedom mean? Oh, it's being an American, right? Land of the free, home of the brave, right? What does it mean to be free, right? But are you truly free? Are you truly mentally, physically, psychologically, spiritually free, right? Or are there places in your life where you are controlled, where you have been programmed, where you are not aligned with your truest self, right? So to truly live free, I mean, most of us want to live free where it's like we kind of think about what? Not living in like a communist country. Another version of freedom that's really big is, economic freedom, right? So being retired, not having to go to work, not having to punch a clock, not having to do a job, right? And I'm finding myself in that realm right now, living more free because my desire is total freedom. And I wake up this morning and there's even a part of me that's like uncomfortable, like, fuck. I get to do whatever the fuck I want. But the beautiful thing in getting to do whatever the fuck I want is I have goals. I have a dream. I have desires. I have things I want to accomplish and things I need to complete. And in order for me to do that, I have to be what? Self-driven, self-motivated. I can't just sit around on the chaise lounge behind me and just like bake out in the sun all day. However, I could do that if I really wanted to, right? But I know deep down that I can make some time for that. I already did. I made some time for that last night. I made some time for that this morning, right? And I'm making some time for this, to share this message, because I feel like it's been a while and I haven't been consistent with the message because I'm going through major shift and major transformation. And I'm just, and I feel that there are times where I pull back and I know that the message is going to evolve and the message is going to become more focused. And a bigger part of my life moving forward is going to be the Results Kill Excuses brand and the messaging and the podcast and the live fucking cast and all this shit. I believe in this brand and there's energy on it. And people keep coming at me saying, man, I like that hat. I like that shirt. I want one of those stickers, right? Have you got your hat, your stickers, your shirt? And guess what? It's almost hoodie season. We doing hoodies still, man. Them hoodies is nice. Keep it nice and toasty, right? But it's got energy on it. So I believe in it. And I hope that you'll support the message by what? Getting yourself some gear. Uh-oh, we got gear. And we got some beautiful models, and we're going to be putting together some photo shoots and doing some cool shit, right? But it's all about what? Living a more abundant, free, prosperous, happy, whole, complete, right? Loving, peaceful, joyful, right? Life. It's all about becoming what? Better than who I was yesterday. And I was a pretty good motherfucker yesterday. So that's a beautiful thing. So when I can look back and say yesterday, did I do it perfect? No. But I can look back at yesterday and say, all right, how was I with my mindfulness? Did I skip out on my routine, right? Did I take time to meditate? Did I take time to journal? Did I take time to listen to some affirmations to really just set my intentions on the day? Yes, right? Did I get some exercise in? Yes. Is it the fullness of the exercise I want? No, but it was, I did get an exercise, and running chainsaws is a shit ton of exercise. Doing ranch work and construction work is what I got going on out here. So am I hitting the gym the way I like to every day? 4 times, 5 times a week? No, but I'm still finding movement and breath work and exercise by being active in my life. Then it comes down to what? Nutrition, right? Am I still maintaining that nutrition? Yes. I slipped a little bit over the weekend, a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. And then it's like, so I have to like ratchet it down and say, okay, man, you slipped. Why are you still slipping? Right? I don't like to slip on the nutrition, especially at 44 years of age. I don't like to slip because I want to maintain this fit, healthy temple for the rest of my life. I don't want to go back to fat Greg, fat dad, fat fucking bod. I'm done with that shit. And I know the only way I'm going to do that is if I continue to what? Stay disciplined, right? If I continue to what? Work on myself, improve my mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual state of being. Because when you respect your body, right? When you respect who you are, you don't just put whatever the fuck you want inside of yourself. Because you know that what you eat today is how you feel tomorrow. Right? So if today was the tomorrow from before, whatever the fuck you ate on Sunday, if you overindulged, if you ate like 3-4 barbecues, all kinds of other bullshit, drinking and all this other stuff, you feel that today. Monday morning blues, Monday morning blues, as opposed to what? The Monday morning mindfulness, right? You're feeling the blues. And it's because of what? What you put in your body yesterday. And when you truly respect yourself, you don't just put whatever the fuck you feel like in your body, right? There's times I feel like fucking eating candy and chips and fucking pizzas and burgers and everything, man. 10,000 calorie meals. But I'm not going to do that because I know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. I'm going to feel like fucking dog shit. And I don't want to feel like dog shit because I value myself. I love myself, right? So that nutrition is huge. Then it's like saying, am I giving my opportunity to learn new things each and every day, to try new things, to learn new things? Yes. Right. And then am I out there making a difference? Yes, yes, and yes, especially after this weekend. But I get that opportunity no matter what. Right. The universe just brings people into my life for me to connect with. And I have these incredible conversations. And I'm not just there to preach. I'm not just there to talk. I really do try and find more space to listen and be present with people. And that's a powerful thing. It's a beautiful thing to see my own evolution. And I know I say this a lot because it's the truth. You're either getting better or you're getting fucking worse. That's it. You're getting better or you're getting worse. Which is it? right? No matter what your circumstances are. If you guys knew the fullness of the circumstances that I've been going through, right? I've literally done a move, right? I've switched up jobs, right? Not by choice. So I've gone through I've gone through multiple major life changing events. And in the midst of all that, I'm over here building. I'm over here building. I'm over here serving. I'm doing all of these things, putting everything together, becoming the best version of myself. Because it's not about becoming the best version of myself. It's being the best version of myself. Say, man, I don't give a fuck what goes down. I'm ready for it. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it, universe. Bring it, God. Test me. Try me. Make me who I truly want to be. And that is the fullness of the potential and the possibility of this world. That's it. That's how simple my life plan is all I want to do is become the highest version of what I am capable of becoming. That's it. And I know that eating bullshit, I know that getting wasted ain't gonna get me there. None of those things will get me there. Right? It's living a free, right? Clean, clear, sober, healthy, active, right? Impactful life that's filled with what? Inspired action to go do things, right? Not living in fear, but living in abundance, living in prosperity, living in believing that everything that you desire is possible, but you gotta be inspired to start trying new things so that you can become the next version of yourself, 2.0. And so many of you are stuck on that 1.0, 1.5, 1.9. Some of you are stuck on 1.9. All you got to do is take one step further. Today could be the day to take that next step, right? And so there's two things that have been coming into my life. If you believe in like the alignments and the synchronicities, and I keep seeing it here, the 222s, the 111s, the 333s, numerology is all over the place for me. Constant. But there's two other things. Money. I've been finding money. And I found this quarter the other day. It's in my wallet. And it just brought such a smile to me because I'm in this transitional period of getting more free, becoming more free, being more free. And guess what it said? I turned it over. Live free or die. That's the mantra. Live free or die, motherfuckers. Live free or die. Because if you ain't living free, you are dead, right? You may not be physically dead, but you are mentally, emotionally, spiritually dead. You are not truly living life. If you're just going through like this routine that doesn't bring you excitement, that doesn't challenge you, back to the getting better, getting worse. That's it. You're getting better or you're getting worse. There's no in between. You can't just say, oh, no, I'm maintaining. No. Right? And the only way that you can truly prove better or worse is results. That's the mantra. Results kill the fucking excuses. Right? Because if you look back at 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 5 years, are you better or are you worse? Do you have more education under your belt? Are you healthier? Right? Are you smarter? Are you more mature? Are you more wise? Are you more financially stable? Right? Are you more healthy? Are you more healed? Right? Are you more spiritual? Like, how are you right now? And what are the results? You can't just say I'm healthier. You got to prove it. Does the scale prove it? Does the blood work prove it? What about in terms of your finances? Does your bank prove it? Does your debt prove it? Does your credit score prove it? Does your house, your cars, what proves that you are better than what? 1 month, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years ago, better or worse? And I don't think there's a person that watches this that doesn't want to get a little bit better. And most of y'all want to become like magically better overnight. You want to lose the 200 pounds overnight, right? You want to become gifted at something you never tried overnight. And it's not possible. You got to become a little bit better every single day over an extended period of time. That is the formula. That is the key to success, to stacking the results. Little wins, micro wins every single day over an extended period of time, give it weeks, months, and even years, you will fucking be so proud of yourself if you can maintain a new level of positive consistency, right? By focusing on something that truly brings you more life, more abundance, more happiness, more joy, more confidence in who the fuck you are, more freedom. Anybody want more freedom in 23? God, I love freedom. Freedom is at the top of my list. Total freedom is what I call it. I don't even just say freedom, total freedom. So no matter what you point at, I want to be free. Free from everything, man. And it's happening. I wake up today. It's a Monday. I don't even give a shit what day it is, right? Because it's a day of life. I don't care if it's a holiday, a Sunday, a Monday, Wednesday, whatever. It's a day of life. And today I wake up and I'm free. I'm free to do what I want, when I want, and I have an agenda. That doesn't mean I'm just going to sit around and fucking shoot the shit all day, waste my fucking life. No, I got a mission and I got shit to accomplish, and I don't need anybody to like fucking inspire me or anybody to tell me to show up and get shit done. No, I know what I want. And hopefully you are willing to challenge yourself to discover what the fuck you want. I go back to this journal exercise all the time. It's like journaling 101. Get a piece of paper and just write this shit down. Free writing. Don't edit. Don't try and, convince yourself of different answers. Just allow the truth to come out. Everything that comes up, write it down. What do you love? What do you hate? What do you want and why? And most of us, we are so afraid of what we truly want, what we truly desire, right? If you're someone that truly desires to be rich, to be famous, but you ain't rich and you ain't famous, there's a reason why you have that desire in you, because there's also a hidden gift inside of you that could probably potentially lead to you becoming more abundant financially and more recognized socially. But you're afraid because you're so many years old, because you're married, because you're in a relationship, because you got kids. You can't do any of this new shit, and that's all bullshit, right? See, the thing is most of the parents I talk to that are holding themselves back, that feel trapped by their kids, you guys are totally, honestly, man, this is my opinion, but it's a form of, you're setting them up for failure. You're setting your own kids up for failure. The kids that you're willing to sacrifice for, right? Sacrifice your own health, your own nutrition, your own mental state of being, right? To be able to what? Like take care of little Johnny and Susie and doing all this stuff for them, running around like a chicken with your head cut off, right? You think that that's your purpose in life. It's not. Your purpose in life is to be a role model. And what if the only way that you are role modeling, being a parent, being a nurturer, being like a human being on this planet, is teaching your kids that to be a human being, to be an adult, is to serve your kids and fucking give of the exhaustion that you find yourself in, right? That's sad. That's setting them up for failure, because that's their example, right? Instead of being someone that's like active, fit, right? Showing your kids that you're going to prioritize your health and your nutrition and your activity level. And that doesn't mean to be fucking irresponsible and just abandon your kids and leave them like emotionally fucking taking care of themselves. No. It means getting your ass up earlier, staying up later, whatever it takes for you to get in that time And even if it's like going back to school and doing night school, doing weekend school, that's the example. Your kids aren't going to be like, oh, daddy and mommy doesn't love me because they're going to the gym in the first thing in the morning. They're going to the gym late at night. They're taking care of themselves. They don't love me. No, the better you take care of yourselves, you're going to take care of others. But then you're also being an example that, guess what? Your health is a fucking priority. Nutrition, what you put in your body matters. These things are sacred. These bodies are sacred. We don't just put bullshit in it. Because if you do, garbage in, garbage out. Right? And yet, if all you do is spend money or all you do is complain about how expensive everything is, look, you're passing that on. That's the legacy. And I'm having to break a lot of that legacy in my own fucking right. Because I remember growing up in a household with a single mom and stepdads and shit, and all they used to fight about was money and bills. Anybody relate to that shit? You got to change all that programming. Right? You cannot control how much gas costs. You cannot control how much milk costs. If that shit is causing you stress, anxiety, pressure in 2023, guess what? You need to become more valuable, right? What can you do to attract more abundance financially into your life so that you can relieve the stress? Because your mental meltdowns in front of your kids or your family members or your friends about how expensive everything is doesn't make things cheaper, doesn't make it more affordable. Voting for a certain party isn't going to make it more affordable, right? It's you. It's always been about you and you some more. You got to change right here, the mind. Because if you constantly are griping and complaining and bitching about expensive, guess what? That's the law of attraction. Things are going to just continue to feel expensive and out of reach. But I can almost guarantee you, you're spending money in ways that you shouldn't. So you got to become a better what? Money manager. You got to improve your relationship with money. I've been working on this. I'm speaking to you guys from a very vulnerable, direct place. I've been improving my relationship with money. And guess what? Part of improving my relationship with money has also included distancing myself from people that were unhealthy with money in my past and in my family and in my life. And I've been having to surround myself with healthier people that have better relationships with money. It's something that I want to obtain. And guess what? It's all working. It's all happening. And I believe that you can do it too, but you got to want it, right? And so today, I'm challenging you as I just saw 333s going across the board, right? To really sit there with yourself, to define what freedom is to you. What is freedom? What is it? Do you care about it? Does it matter? Do you hate it? Do you think you just get it? Do you think that the freedom you take for granted is universal, that you could go to any country and talk the way you want to talk and dress the way you want to dress and love who you want to love and all this other bullshit? Wrong answer. That's not how it works around the world. We are very, 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 very fucking fortunate in this United States of America because we do have a constitution. We do have amendments. We do have rights. We have a Bill of Rights in this country. And that sets us up for a lot of freedom. A lot of that shit's been violated. But that's just another story for another day. But at the end of the day, it's just freeing your mind. That doesn't cost anything. Do you realize that? To free your mind doesn't cost you anything. Right? But maybe it does. Maybe it'll cost you everything that's holding you back. Maybe it's going to cost you everything, right, that controls you. Maybe it's going to cost you everything that you think matters, but doesn't really fucking matter. I was sharing that with somebody yesterday, that one of the greatest gifts I've given myself, and it's just like bloomed. This is very recent, where like this huge just awakening within me has come. And this is the thing that I was seeking most, right? is in the past, right there. Drugs, alcohol, anger, resentment, bitterness, all kinds of negative energy, right? Inside, within, around, used to control me, used to pull my fucking chain, man. And I used to have zero control over myself. And that doesn't mean I'll get to have an excuse for that. No, I have to take total responsibility for my life, 100 fucking percent, right? But I got to a point where I was so sick and tired of feeling out of control of my own self that I said, I am going to do anything and everything possible to build trust with myself, to be able to trust myself in any situation, that I have control over who I am, and especially who I am emotionally. And that is the greatest gift that has come forth in this most recent season, call it the last 3 or 4 months, right? Is mastery over my emotional state of being. I can't tell you guys how free I feel by having mastery over my emotional state of being. I don't give a fuck what headline comes up. I don't give a fuck who wins what game. I don't give a fuck who rejects me, how someone talks to me, how someone acts towards me, how someone ignores me. None of that shit matters, man. None of it matters. It does not impact me. Who wins an election does not impact my emotional state of being, right? I am still happy, healthy, peaceful, loving, positive, optimistic, abundant, expansive, successful in every single way possible. I control my state of being because I have mastery over what? My mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health. And that is how I would define freedom, right? That is the greatest freedom. And guess what is free? It is free. That freedom is free, but it may cost you everything you got right now, right? And if you were truly honest with yourself, everything you got right now is shit that you don't even need. And it's probably shit you don't even want. It's just holding you back and holding you down. And it's just making you feel that you got some, that you feel like you're competent and comfortable, right? Because you're afraid of the unknown. I can tell you that the unknown has never let me down. Going and stepping into the unknown, right? The uncertainty of what's next, right? Can be scary, but it's so rewarding when you build that courage to step into that uncomfortable place within and start to become more familiar and start to embrace, to allow your thinking mind to rest, right? And to allow for the migration from your mind to your heart, right? Start opening up this heart space and allowing your deepest desires to become a reality in your life. But you're going to have to be inspired, and you're going to have to believe in yourself when no one else believes in you, man. When people call you crazy, you're going to have to get yourself up off the ground, off your face, and keep moving forward, believing and believing more, right? You got to be your best friend. You got to be your biggest cheerleader. I believe in you. I want you to believe in you, right? I'm going to keep getting back on this motherfucker every chance I get. There's a lot of things coming down the pike, right? I've been focused in a lot of different directions, just stabilizing my life, and it's a beautiful thing. This message matters. I'm going to keep getting back on here. I'm going to keep living free. I'm going to keep being not only a role model for my kids, but for every single one of you, right? That even though you count me out, even though you don't think I can do it, I'm going to keep showing myself I can do it. I'm going to keep believing in myself. I'm going to keep seeing myself. I'm going to keep loving myself, right? And even if you don't love me, I'm going to share love with you, because I'm going to give this message a positive, right, light. But it comes with challenge. I'm here to challenge you motherfuckers, right? Quit living a complacent life. Quit settling for less than what is your best. Because you know the drill. Results kill excuses. It's all on me. Greg's out.